Oh yeah.
Every kind of goods imaginable. I changed my face to a 60-year-old man with a
How's it going?
hunchback and deeply twisted
How's life in the hot
I
springs?
found the aircraft section at the
Later.
back of the market. I looked through several shops until a middle-aged woman showed me into a locked back room
What? Need
with a
supplies,
single vehicle
weapons?
inside. Phantom Flash, custom built by the city's top engineers. Range 10,000 kilometers. Maximum speed 2,000 kilometers per hour. Defense shield rated against level 60 attacks. Built-in stealth mode. 5 billion points.
Should keep you pretty
I paid
safe out
without
there.
hesitation. The woman's hand
Powerful.
shook taking
Good
the call.
shot.
I
You'll like
tested the
this one.
cockpit, confirmed everything worked,
Okay,
and
sure.
stored the aircraft inside my space.
What are
The
you
woman
looking for?
nearly
Anything in
fell
particular?
over watching it disappear. Then I walked to the supply district and bought everything in the food store. Rice, flour, oil, salt, dried meat, dried vegetables, dried fruit. All of it.
This'll do you
The
good
owner
out there.
calculated the total
Here you go.
800,000 points and looked like he expected
Come by
me
if you
to
still
buy.
need something.
I paid 80,000 points for all the food in the store, then cleared out a water shop, a clothing store, a hardware
Oh yeah.
shop,
I got
pharmacy,
skills.
a seed store, and a fuel depot. Everything went into my space ring. By the time I was done, my 1,000 cubic meter storage was packed. Enough supplies to last one person several years alone in the wilderness. I changed my face one more time and walked out of the city at dusk, an hour into the desert with nobody around. I pulled out the Phantom class aircraft and climbed in. The controls were intuitive. I pushed forward, and the machine launched into the night sky at 1,200 kilometers per hour. 1 hour 30 minutes later, I was above a featureless desert. Sand dunes rolling in every direction under pale light. Nothing alive for as far as I could see. I landed behind a dune, stored the aircraft, and walked forward on foot. The rift ahead was not what I had expected. It was a stone door, 50 meters high, 30 meters wide, solid black with pulsing red symbols carved across every surface. Standing in the middle of the desert, surrounded by a ring of
Okay.
shattered bone. Human bones, monster bones, and shapes I did not recognize. Some ancient and crumbling, some still carrying dried flesh. I stood in front of it for a moment. A mechanical voice came into my mind. CN 0571. Sandstorm Dead Zone. Level 10 and below. 34 years open. 47 people entered. None survived. Last attempt 12 years ago. Did I want to enter? I pushed the door open. Golden sand stretched to the horizon on every side under a gray sky. Fine sand. Deep sand. The kind that pulls your foot down with each step. The voice returned. First trial. Sand sea survival. Stay alive for 24 hours in the desert. 137 types of monsters hidden throughout the sand, the wind, and even in shadows. Killing each one earned survival points. Reach 1,000 points and defeat the zone guardian before the time ran out to advance. Warning,
Hey,
there was
what
no
do you
water
need?
here. No
Hey,
food,
what's going on?
no rest spots. All recovery
Need
effects
gas?
were hacked. The voice went silent. I looked at the sand stretching in every direction. Recovery half.
Let me have a
That
look
meant
at
my
it.
passive regeneration dropped from
Check
1%
back.
per second to 0.5%. Still 50 billion health recovered every second. I started walking.
See you.
Let me get the gate.
Yeah, something.
I'm standing here looking at my own hand. My health bar says 31 trillion. My
What are we
passive skill
doing?
normally heals me 1% every second, but this place is cutting that in half. So now I only get 0.5% per second. That's still 15.5 billion health back every second. So honestly, it doesn't bother me much. I look out at the sand dunes stretching out forever. There are 137 kinds of monsters here, and each one gives me 1 to 10 survival points. I need 1,000 points total. That means I need to kill at least 100 of them, maybe up to 1,000. I take a breath and start walking. The wind picks up fast. Sand hits my face like little blades. After about 10 minutes, the ground underneath becomes soft, and I start sinking
there?
facing.
Boozer,
I push
the
myself
hell
out
aren't you in
just
your
in
damn
time,
bunk?
and then a giant
I
head
couldn't
bursts
sleep.
out of the sand right next to me.
Remember
The
what I
size
said
of a water
back in
wheel,
the tunnel?
no eyes, just a
Don't go
round
out
mouth
there,
full
Nate.
of spinning.
It's making you crazy.
This thing is called an
Boozer,
abyss
hey.
storm chamber.
Go up there because there's freaks out
swallows me whole.
here.
Silence was black, driving
Then what are the tulips for?
the feeling these
I saw 'em, Deke.
every second.
Here on
But
the
my
table.
reflect damage
This
skill is
morning.
hitting it back just
The
as hard.
same one she had
Whatever
at the
it's
wedding. I
It was
remember.
like metal in its stomach. It can't
I'm
chew
not
me
gonna-
up, and it can't
Listen,
spit me out either.
Boozer,
After
get
3
some
seconds
rest.
of
I gotta
thrashing
go.
around,
Deacon.
she stopped. Yes, I crawl out covered in disgusting stuff. I only get 8 survival points for that. I can walk. The sand under my feet starts bubbling with little mounds, hundreds of them, and then black scorpions pushed out everywhere. Only one of them, this side.
Come on.
Their poison sting can stack up in a rainbow. They go completely berserk, climbing over each other. I get very still after the scorpions, all stinging me. Some of them break their own fangs. Crack open, explode, and fly. But they don't stop. They keep coming for the same face that's very loud.
Ah, come on, I should have hit your ass.
I end up killing 347. 694 bullets. 5 with the 4. 700 I take a stinger out of my foot.
Oh, man.
An hour later, I reach him.
The tulips, Boozer, they're
Big as
stone
10
crop.
football
Get it right.
fields. Broken walls everywhere covered in strange writing I've seen before. It's eerily quiet. The second I step inside, everything changes. The ruins vanish, and I'm
This is
standing
Radio
in a
Free
blood-red
Oregon.
space
The
full of
truth
bones,
shall set you
with a
free.
red sky
Back during
overhead,
the American
screaming
Revolution,
echoing
we're
all around.
fighting for our freedoms.
Ghostly see-through
We
figures
gained the
pour out
beautiful
from
right to
every
keep
direction.
and bear
Men,
arms.
women,
A right we use to
young,
protect
faces
ourselves,
blurry
our
except for
families,
their burning
our
red
brothers.
These are
That
samurais.
is,
Their
until
special
the
skill has a
ever-growing federal
1%
government
chance
got
of
scared of the
instantly
people
killing
they
me.
swore to protect.
Unless I'm strong enough
Over the
to care
years,
for them, which
they
thankfully
stripped us of every
I
gun
turn on my
right they
tongue,
could,
and they swarm me
using a
like
few mass
maniacs,
shootings
clawing at
as an
me with
excuse to
attacks that
curtail the
ignore
God-given
defense
rights of us,
Every single
American
hit deals
citizens.
real damage, but every
Gun
time one of them
control.
hits me, its arm
And
breaks
there
off
went the
like a
Second Amendment,
concussion.
ladies and
2
gentlemen.
hits, both arms
Let
broken.
me ask you
10
this.
hits.
When all this shit went down,
I just
if
stand
every
there,
American was packing heat, do you think we'd be in this
I'm
mess?
switched by a couple hundred billion.
Hell
It
no.
feels right back into
But this is how the feds wanted it.
That means they're instant
I
killers.
smell
Disarming the public is just the
It's gotta
first
be
step
getting
toward
close.
getting rid of us all.
Every single one
So
of
who
them
did those gun
crumbled
laws
into
really protect?
mixing with the bone color.
Sure as hell wasn't
I
us,
kill
the American
127
taxpayers.
in 1,000
Someday,
points.
we ever dig out of this?
17, 18
I
total.
want to take a
That's
poll.
already enough to clear the
I bet
site.
those who survived were those who had guns.
Right before
This
they
is Mark
disappeared,
Copeland for
their
Radio
eyes
Free
looked
Oregon.
like-
Don't believe the
They
lies.
looked at me. I shake it off.
Okay, Coach, this time you got me. I'll take all the guns I can get my hands on. Ain't no one taking them away.
500 meters from us, built from giant stone, with a huge stone pillar in the center covered in glowing red runes that pulse. Crouched at the base of the pillar is a figure moving higher than the footprints. It stands up, 5 meters tall, like a walking sandstone. It tells me it's the largest to move on. It points behind me, with a ruin replaced by an endless secret stone filled with stone graves falling, all white. The guardian explains to me, it's been warning me, but they're watching. Everyone's hurt. Every time I fall, they'll see me. And once I'm finally dead, they'll tear my body apart. But I don't know. I just activate. The same guardian's whole body shudders like something just hit it hard. It looks at me, confused, and asks what I should do. I don't answer that. I just take a step forward. It roars and charges, punching me dead in the chest. The hit lands, but my reflect damage shatters its fist and stands.
Motherfucker.
That body part shatters in the sand. It just keeps reforming itself and attacking again and again, breaking apart over and over.
Bounty.
I stand completely still and let it happen. After 10 minutes, it shrunk to a third of its original size. Trembling, the sand inside had gone dull and lifeless. It looks up at me with what's left of its face and manages to say, not hit. Then its whole body starts collapsing.
Another one.
Sand
Yeah,
falling
time to
away
light it up.
piece by piece. Never before. Behind the crumbling pillar, a door appears, identical to the stone door I found earlier. I I walk through it into darkness. 3 seconds later, the darkness clears, and I'm standing inside an enormous palace, bigger than anything I've seen so far. The ceiling disappears into thick fog above, and the walls are covered in murals depicting some massive ancient war. Countless creatures fighting, blood everywhere, bodies piled high. In the center of the room sits an old man, white hair, wrapped in a tattered gray robe, head down. I walk up to him. He slowly lifts his head. His face is all wrinkles, his eyes cloudy like a dead fish. He looks at me for a moment. Then he smiles, faintly quiet. He says, "Finally, someone who made it this far." The old man slowly lifts his head and stares at me with those cloudy eyes, like he's trying to see straight through. 1,000 years, he says, voice rough like sand rising on stone. You're the first one to ever meet me. I don't say anything. I just watch him quietly. He gives me a tired, sad kind of smile and tells me to sit, pointing at the stone steps below his platform. I hesitate for a second, then walk over and sit down. He climbs down too, slow and careful, like every step is using up the last of his strength. He settles next to me and looks up at the foggy ceiling. We sit in silence for a long enough that
I got a use for you.
Then he asks my name. Tulin, I tell him. He repeats it, nods, and says his own name.
Jesus, you poor bastard. Hope you had that
He
coming.
adds that nobody's called him yet in 1,000 years. I look at him. That name doesn't belong to this world. You're not from here, I ask. He laughs, bitter and quiet. Kid, this isn't really a world at all. He says. This is just a crack, a rift connecting several here, one place. And I'm a lost soul who's been trapped here for 1,000 years. I've basically become part of the rift itself now. I wait for him to keep going. He tells me he came from somewhere unimaginably far away, a place called the Star of Heavenly Fall, and here, one planet. I'm confused, and he says that's normal. He'll explain to the star. He leans back, and his eyes go distant as he talks. The universe, he says, is bigger than I could ever imagine, full of countless planets.
Gotta be
split
close to a nest. I can smell it.
One planets are at the bottom. People there are just starting to awaken powers and grow stronger, thinking that all there is to existence, with no idea there's a much bigger world out there. Here, the planets are a level above. Stronger people, richer resources, more one planet has the hundreds or even thousands of here, one planets. Here, 3 planets are the top. The people are so powerful that they can control the very gods of the my mind races as I listen. The power to heaven. I'm not a bit. No. Exactly. The power is a habit. A power created by the will of the world. Will of the world? Think of it as the rules of the universe itself. He explains. It has no consciousness. It has a purpose. It will make every planet grow strong. He looks at me with a competitive expression. True competition. People aren't here. One planet's palm is hard to get through. 3 or 4 nice lines. You can enter a field of 2 planets. The strong get rewarded. Causes then continues slowly. But here's the terrifying part. Once you climb the 499, step into a field, 2 planets, you realize the people that don't even see you as human. His voice drops. I was the first person on my planet in 3 or 4 nights. Back then I was full of pride, thinking I was the strongest hero on this whole world. I walked into the field.
Good night.
The planet covered in glory and confidence. Okay? Stop talking. When you love your dog like that, planet covered in glory and confidence. Okay? Stop talking. The silence stretches on. Then what happened? He looked up at the ceiling. Then I got shot. He thought him looked just like his own kind. Spoke the same language and were more advanced, but they looked at him the way someone looks at him. They dragged him to a massive city full of people just like him, all kidnapped from different here, one place. What did they make you do? He asked. He turns to look at me. Hard labor. Entertainment for him. He explains that they used the power to build endless entertainment centers on the world. One world. Treating his people like toys. Bringing their toys to him. And then their toys to life. This would be one to do this thing. Anyone with a bit of authority. Our lives were hungry. I Our dignity got softened. We fought, they lied. We died, they cheated. Our hands slowly tore us into their grips. Did
There we
they
go.
fight back? They did.
There we
he
go.
says. And every single one of them died. You know why? Stay quiet. He stares straight into my eyes. Because one single level, 100 fighter from their side, could beat 100 of our level.
Okay.
100 fighters single.
What do we got?
The gap between tier 1 and tier 2 isn't something normal talent plays. It's a difference in the very rules of power. Their abilities are a whole level above ours. Their gear is leagues better. What exactly are you supposed to fight back with? I go silent. He sighs and keeps
I
going.
got a better plan.
Later, he learned that most tier 2 planets aren't actually
That'll
like
do it.
He once met someone from a different tier. 2 planet who said their world treated tier 1 people kindly. Anyone who cleared the tower got welcomed, trained, and accepted as one of their own. But the tier 2 planet connected to us. He pauses, his eyes turning cold. It's called the Star of Blood and Flame. They take pride in conquest and pleasure in slavery. To them, tier 1 people are just bugs, just toys. The moment someone clears floor 99, they send their strongest down to enslave the entire planet outright. They don't want equal exchange. They want total submission. My breath catches. And that's the tier 2 planet connected to our world too? He nods. Based on what I've seen, yes. I'm quiet for a long moment. Then I ask, when are they coming? He shakes his head. He doesn't know exactly, but normally they wait until someone clears floor 99 before invading in force, since that's when the passage becomes fully stable and they can send more people through. But the Star of Blood and Flame doesn't play by normal rules. They could show up tomorrow, next year, or in 10 years. It all depends on them. I stare at him. How do you know all this? He smiles with me.
Scrap. Good.
Because I saw it with my own eyes. He was captured and taken to the Star of Blood and Flame, where he spent 200 years as a slave. There, he met countless people kidnapped from other tier 1 planets, and through talking with them, he gathered a full picture. Eventually, he escaped during some chaos, fled into a crack in space, but it was unstable, and it dragged him here instead, trapping him for 1,000 years until he became part of the living planet, unable to fight. He raises his hand and looks at his own withered palm. 8,000 years. I can't believe it.
Fuckers.
Wait for someone to finally make it. He looks at me, and now, I finally have. I meet his gaze. Why are you telling me all this? He's quiet for a few seconds. Because you're different, he finally says. There's something strange about you. Your blood is absurdly thick, thicker than it has any right to. Your passive ability has a strange kind of power to it. I can't see through you at all. The old man stays quiet for a while, those cloudy eyes still locked on me. Then he suddenly laughs. You're different. You really are different. He stands up, walks back to his platform, and pulls something
Oh
out
yeah,
of
that
his
would
hand.
take
It's
forever.
a
We ain't
beast
doing
size
that one.
stone.
Do this
It's
one.
black, with faint golden patterns flowing across the surface like they're alive. Oh,
Beggars run into that third nest.
called
You
a
do
furnace.
two of them.
One of the rarest things in the universe. Golden pattern. And the golden patterns flare up in seconds. His voice is still. What it does is simple. It lets you turn one of your useless skills into energy. It use that energy to power up your skill. The skill you sacrifice is useful. The skill you use with noticeable strong. I open my panel, look at my free passage.
St. John, stop by the hot springs when you can.
Tucker, I hear you. St. John out.
Still here. How many years is it gonna take before all this is finally gone? This refugee camp, yeah, you all would have been better off out in the shit. Nero couldn't protect you from a goddamn thing.
Tucker to Deacon St. John, are you listening? I talked to Alki the other day, some of the other men. I know you've been doing runs for the camp. I just wanted to say thank you.
Back for a second, then asks, why give it to me? He blinks, then bursts out laughing. Why? Because you're the first person I've seen in 1,000 years. Because I
Deacon
refuse
St.
to let
John,
those
this is
bastards
Tucker.
from the Star of
Like I
Blood
said
and
before,
Flame
I
have
haven't seen Boozer's
because I
sweet
like
face around these
Good
last
enough
few
reason.
days.
I laugh too.
You sure he's all right?
But you.
This is
Good enough.
Deacon.
He stops
Boozer's
laughing,
fine. Like
looks
I
at
said,
the
he's
suit.
just been busy.
Kid, Let me
Doing
tell you
runs for
something
that son of a bitch
Sit up
Mark
straight.
Copeland, no
He
doubt.
continues. People
I
from
get the
our
feeling he
tier,
doesn't like
one
me much.
planet's only gift
Boozer,
to
I mean.
awaken power plants. SSS
Like I
ranks
said,
is
I ain't
absolute
his old
stealing
lady,
for us.
peeking out.
But people from tier 2 planets can awaken twice. My eyebrows pulled together. Twice? Yes, he nods. Their first awakening happens at age 20, same as ours. But they get a second awakening later, using something called a Star Source Stone. After the second awakening, they gain an additional power. That means an SSS rank genius from a tier 2 planet actually has 2 SSS rank abilities. My fingers slowly clench. And that's not all, he goes on.
Yes.
Their tier doesn't stop at legendary rank. Above legendary, there's epic, mythic, and eternal. Each tier doubles the stats. And people from tier 3 planets get to awaken powers 3 separate times. I go quiet for a long moment. Suddenly, I remember all those dead bodies scattered through the rift. Names from different worlds, strange twisted writing on the walls. That's what it means. They weren't all from the same world. They came from completely different planets, all connected through the same rift, and all died in the same place. So if someone from our world clears floor 99 and enters the tier 2 planet, I start slowly. He nods. Right. You get a chance at a second awakening, using their Star Source Stone. But here's the problem. He pauses, his eyes turning cold. The Star Source Stone belongs to them. They have to be the ones to give it to you. If they refuse, you're stuck with just one power forever. You think those animals from the Star of Blood and Flame would ever give it to us? I don't answer. The answer's obvious. They would. To them, people from Earth are nothing but slaves, toys. Anthony steps back. The old man stands and brushes the dust off his helmet. Kid, you said everything I said. The rest is up to you. He turns and walks toward the platform. At the doorway, he pauses. His voice drifts back to me. Soft. Kid, remember, don't let those animals win. I don't look back. I step through the door. A flash of light, and I'm standing in the middle of the desert. Behind me, that massive stone door is collapsing, stones falling one by one, the runes flickering out until it crashes down completely. The dust settles. I stand there looking at the rubble. 34 years this rift has existed. 47 people went in to clear it, every single one died. Now it's gone. I take a breath and open my hand. Congratulations on clearing Rift CN 0571, Sandstorm Death Zone. I look down at the black stone. The golden patterns are still flowing slowly across the surface, warm to the touch, almost alive. Hiding description for the furnace stone converts one acquired skill into energy and power up another skill. The converted skill disappears permanently. The boosted skill gains a noticeable strength increase. I stare at that line for a few seconds. A noticeable strength increase. I open my panel again and look at my top skill. I got this one back in the Frost Tomb. It forces every monster within 100 meters of a lock on it. Paired with Bone Spike Fury, it's basically a monster clearing machine. That combo is the entire reason I farmed 2 billion stones a day. Can't touch that one. Next I look at Bone Spike Fury. Reflecting 25% of damage is my main source of defense right now. Without it, I'd just be a tank with thick health and no bite. Able to take hits quickly, even more untouchable. Then healing boost. 1% of health every second is the foundation that lets me survive at all. Without it, even an ocean of health eventually runs dry. All 3 of my passives are off limits. None of them can be sacrificed. I tuck the furnace stone away in my space ring. I can always clear more rifts later. If I pick up a useless skill reward somewhere, I can melt it down to boost one of these. The second and third passives are strong enough for me. So if I'm boosting anything, I'll boost the first one first. Once that's maxed, I'll move to the second, then the third. I look up at the sky. The sun's near its peak, probably around 11 p.m. I spent 24 hours inside that rift, but only 1 hour passed out here. If traveling takes an hour, then clearing a rift takes an hour. I could still clear 5 more
Not
rifts today.
here.
I focus,
You
and
got
my flying
your
vehicle
feet wherever
drops
the
out
hell
of
you
the
want,
air.
but not
Its silver
here.
white body
This
gleams in
kid
the sun.
is
I
my
put the furnace stone away.
You okay?
I let my flying vehicles
You got that?
around
Yeah,
Night
that's
City,
right.
there are still 2 levels, 10 rifts left.
No
Inferno
room for
Health
you.
and Shadow Maze. But both
Get the
entrances have
hell out of
people
my
camped
camp.
out front. Association members, military, and the Sioux family. All 3 groups just sitting there waiting for me to show up. No rush. Let them get tired of waiting. I zoom the map out to the whole country. There are 218 unclaimed rifts below level 10 scattered across no man's land, with the closest cluster sitting somewhere between 800 and 2,000 kilometers from Night City. I swipe through and pick 5 at a reasonable distance, marking their coordinates. One 850 kilometers northeast, one 1,100 kilometers to the north, one 1,300 kilometers northwest, one 1,500 kilometers due west, one 1,700 kilometers southwest. The route loops around in a circle and brings me right back near Night City at the end. I close the map and fire up the vision. The silver-white body shoots into the sky and punches through the clouds. First round, 850 kilometers, 35 minutes away. I lean back in my seat, watching the clouds blur past outside, thinking about everything the old man just told me. Here, 1 planet. Here, 2 planets. Here, 3 planets. 2 awakenings, 3 awakenings.
How many of
Epic
you sons of
year,
bitches are
living
there?
year,
Huh?
eternal year. And that star of blood and flame. A bunch of monsters who enjoy slavery. I close my
Any of
eyes
you
and take
left? How many?
Watch the sports you want. When you want. Flexible subscription options for the way you want.
Star of blood and flame. A bunch of monsters who enjoy slavery as entertainment. I close my eyes and take a breath. No point rushing this. First, I clear all 208 vehicles. 35 minutes later, the vehicle starts slowing down. Below me is a stretch of snow-capped it's covered in snow that never melts, blinding white in the summer. This is Rift CN 0612, the Frozen Abyss, the second rift of the day. I land the vehicle in a mountain hollow, store it away, and walk the rest of the way. After
That's the
10
last
minutes,
time.
Yeah, bitch.
a frozen canyon entrance sealed with thick ice, and frozen inside that ice are countless bodies, human and monster alike, some unrecognizable. They're frozen in whatever pose they died, some mid-run, some kneeling, some with their heads
Hey,
tilted
babe.
back and mouths open in silence.
Yeah.
The
I
mechanical
cleaned
voice
them out.
speaks in my head,
They won't be
firmly
bothering you
in
no
the
more.
frozen abyss. Level limits
Hey.
to low 10.
Me again.
Time existing, 41 years. Total entrance, approximately 83. Survivors, 0. Step into the ice. An hour and 10 minutes later, I walk back out, covered in ice chips, my hair and eyebrows turned completely white, looking like a popsicle fresh out of the freezer. Behind me, the frozen canyon collapses, ice crashing down on my body.
Christy, can I gotta tell you something?
One final crash. I brush the ice off myself and open my panel. Congratulations on clearing Rift CN
You,
0612. Frozen
You
Abyss.
rest easy,
Reward.
okay? I'll
Choose one of
be
the
back to
following
check on you,
four
and I
passive
know,
skills.
yeah, you
Ice
wouldn't want
Armor.
me to, but
Passive 10% chance
I guess
when in the
Boozer's
form
right.
of ice shell that absorbs 50% damage.
Can't help
on
myself.
Go.
Last 10 seconds.
Play.
It's,
30-second cooldown.
Just
Frost
like I
breath.
said,
Active breathe out freezing
I'll be
equals
back.
dealing 50,000 ice damage per second for 5 seconds. 20-meter range.